Sir, during your growing days in business, you are also busy with your public life. So to do business, you must have had multiple partnerships. There are a lot of us sitting in over here who have joint ventures, partnerships. So can you throw some light on how to make a partnership successful? That is one. And if it is not successful, then how to dissolve it successfully? Because you have done both.
Yes.
One is a very famous story about one of his partnership, and it was a fantastic formula that he applied. And I would like to request him to share that formula with all of us.
You can share it, but don't dissolve partnership and say that we dissolved the partnership because Manohar Joshi told us to do it. You see, how to form a partnership is your another question.
Yes. How and why?
How and why? You see, why I will reply first, and then I say how I did it. You see, partnership forming, I did it only because somebody said that we have no money, how can you do with business? You ask anybody to do business, he will say that business requires money and we have no money. So whenever we want money, you must go to a rich person and form a partnership. And catching a rich man is not a difficult task because normally rich people are also in the search of good people. And you know, as you said, it is true that the business grows provided you have good people with you. And good people also, they are good because they keep on doing something else than business. And we want also a partner who is not in the business, but he is doing something so that when you approach him, he will immediately welcome you. Because he is also in a search of a job which will get a lot of money for him. And therefore, these both persons or group of persons coming together and doing business gives them success. I told my friends that there is never a shortage of money. Those who say that we don't do business because we have no money are themselves lazy people. One who is prepared to move from place to place, bank to bank, can get money easily. In fact, these days, money is lying with the banks. Because banks are there. They want people to take the money from them and return it also on time. And therefore finding good people for taking money as a loan for a business and returning it on time is a shortage of such people. If you can find out such people, no problem. Money is never a problem for business. Please remember. You can get money as much as you want, provided the bank believes that you are a faithful man. You will return the money. Banks are not interested in anything else. And therefore, the first thing, business requires money, a lot of money as per your business, size of your business. But people unnecessarily say that we have no money and therefore we don't go for business. But banks, and another thing which can pay you is your partner. Finding out good partner, making a partnership, and find out a partner with money is also a work. So such a businessman requires money. Such a businessman requires a partner who wants somebody to invest money in the business is also absolute necessity. Friends, this thing is not difficult, provided you have a strong desire to do it. And I quote you a sentence from my political guru. My political guru for the last 45 years was Mr. Balasaheb Thackeray. You must have heard his name, the chief of Shiv Sena. If you have not heard, you can't stay in Mumbai. But the Balasaheb Thackeray was all the years of his life, he was with me. We used to go together for a meetings also. So one day in 1994, I was going with Mr. Thackeray. And his speech was just over. We were sitting in a car and coming to a hotel or somebody's house. And I asked Bala Sahib, I was the only person who had a courage to ask him. So I asked him, Bala Sahib, you in a speech said that in next year, that is in 1995, Shiv Sena will be in power and we will rule Maharashtra. I said, Bala Sahib, how did you say this? Is it possible? When we had only 54 seats in the assembly, because for going to power it requires more than 100 seats. So I said, Bala Sahib, how did you say this? I said, Bala Sahib said, because this was my question. So Bala Sahib said, Manohar Pant, he used to call me Pant. Pant is an honor. If you want to call me always Manohar Pant. Don't call me Manohar Joshi or Dr. Joshi. So he called me like this and said, I tell you one thing, please remember, if you have a determination and also self-confidence, you can get whatever you want. So I just laughed. I said, is it enough? Yes. Now in your business, you plan big things and you will succeed.
There also you did partnership.
In business?
Getting the government also.
Yes, we did partnership.
So it is also equally useful in business.
Without partnership means quarrels, courts, this, everything. We did everything. And for me, it was easy because I was in business, in partnership. Politics also requires the same thing. So we did that. And I was just pointing out to you that Bala Sahib's one sentence gave me courage. That determination and self-confidence. I am fully convinced now, after Bala Sahib's meeting, that if somebody wants to succeed, what he wants to do is the courage to do, desire to do, strong will to do it, and also a determination. Friends, one sentence affected my entire life. I entered politics. And as you rightly said, Bala Sahib gave me every post in politics. I became the mayor of Mumbai. Before that, I was also the standing committee chairman. That was in the municipal corporation. Then I went to assembly and got elected 2 times from same constituency, Dadar. And in Dadar, I got elected, and also I got elected to the Legislative Council. It's another body. And after becoming the MLC, they call it MLC, Member of Legislative Council, 3 times I got elected. So total 5 times, means 25 years I was in the Maharashtra Assembly or Legislative Council of Maharashtra. Then I thought of going to center. I went to center. During the time of my membership of Assembly, I became the Chief Minister. I was not minister before. Nor I became minister in Maharashtra any time. But I went to central. And in central government, after getting elected to Lok Sabha, I immediately became the minister and minister also of heavy industries. This Kohinoor Mill was also with heavy industries. But you will immediately conclude that he must have got this because he was the minister of the same department. But it is not so. There was
Sir, we believe you.
Regular auction.
We believe you, sir.
No, not believe. You are gentleman. Of course, I am also gentleman. Huh? So I got the property of the government in an auction or by giving the highest price, and that highest price was, as you rightly mentioned, 421 crores. And I constructed a building. Building is ready now. I will give the reply to you why the project is delayed if you ask me a question. So the project is now ready. The rate is also not much anybody can afford from the crowd. And if he says that he is from the crowd, I will reduce the price by 100 rupees per square foot. It's not for... But you know, the building also has completed. My point was, things become possible provided you have a strong desire to do. If you are prepared to work in a direction, you don't hate moneyed people, but you would like to earn money. And if you do that, always remember, whatever business you do, always say that behind your work, there is a map of our country. And that brings up the country. During my time of all these big posts in politics, I had an opportunity to visit different countries. About 45 or 46 countries I visited, because that was at the cost of the government. Otherwise, who goes from here to America? But I did go. And I wanted to tell you what I found in China. The country, once upon a time, which was poorer than us, has become more rich than what we are. It's only because the people know what to do. The people know how to do business. And therefore your work, particularly the work that you have started, of getting different people together who are in the industry and speaking to them from different types of people is really important. This small group, we never ask their children to work under anybody. Instead of working under anybody, create different posts where a number of people come and work. That is the advantage of a business, and therefore it is necessary to be in the business and succeed in the business. I am sure that you will be able to do. And therefore, according to your question, I have tried to reply. Becoming a rich is not a crime. China did it, and China is one of the richest countries in the world today. The poor country also became rich only because of the philosophy of the government and philosophy of the people also.